Hello, this is Not a Spring Chicken. Talk about a doozy of a day. I mean, within the last 24 hours, they say it happens in threes. And the Monkees, Andrew Breitbart, and we just do have another late edition, which was...
one of Italy's greatest singers.
Yeah, so we're going to bring Oldecam on. I know, he'll mention that. So we're going to bring Oldecam on with comments on the headlines of today.
I cited Facebook, but I'm too thin.
So on Facebook, people think you're looking too thin?
Oh yeah, I mean, they like the fact that I fit my tuxedo really well, but I had to take my pants in. But they think that I'm taking the weight reduction bit too much seriously. Well, no. I explained to them that it's all perspective. I'm standing against back wall getting my pictures taken at an Oscar event, and there's no one next to me. And what I explained, I'm 198 pounds. That is not thin by anybody's standards. I was 220, and unfortunately my knees no longer take 220 pounds, so.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it was what I've been most of my life, but I'm just too heavy for the knees, so I mean, I've been coming down for, I don't know, 2 months in weight, I guess, so I'm very happy. I'm down to a weight where I can wear, 32-inch pants. I got short legs, folks. They don't make pants legs for people with short legs, so.
So who was the third one? You said some...
There was an Italian singer, one of Italy's best ballad singer. So we can't get back into that without getting on the internet again, so.
I know, but that was the third one. They always say it happens in three.
Yeah.
And Romney looks like he's going to make a run for the president.
Yeah, Romney. Basically, Romney once again did another stupid Romney thing. The guy... He's not going to, he is as bad as Obama when it comes to, Obama is an elitist, so is Romney, and they're never going to elect, Romney is never going to get the Republican nomination. The people do not like Romney. I mean, they say, well, Romney has 38% of the support. That means he's got 62% in the party that don't want him. Mm-hmm. They do not want the man. The man basically cannot say something that isn't snobbish. This morning he's talking about, they're talking about the contraception thing again, and instead of answering the thing, getting around it, he said, well, I think it's those people, meaning the little people, should think it out for themselves. He didn't say that a man and a woman, he said those people. Mm-hmm. He said he has no comprehension that he's done anything wrong, the same as Obama.
And Obamacare stands on violation of religious rights.
Well, yeah, because Obama has had to swing. Obama's whole plan has been swing to the left, take a little bit of the minority vote, and he wins with 30 to 33% of the vote. His problem comes out is that it looks right now. Okay, Romney has only won 6 out of the 11 primaries that they have held. He's basically just a little over 50%, and he's only got 14% of the vote he needs to do it. They're looking at a brokered convention. If they have a brokered convention, Romney will not be the nominee, and it means Obama's whole plan is skewed. Plus, Obama isn't bringing in the donations like he thought he was going to.
And officers hurt in Occupy clash at California Capitol.
I know, but I love this. The Tea Party people have been far worse. Well, there's never been a riot with the Tea Party people. There's never been a place trashed. There have never been buildings busted into. There's never been civil rights violations. And the president is supporting these people in all their criminal misconduct, mm-hmm. which is starting to get on the nerves. The mainstream Democrats who are not to the left want this to come to a halt because they know what's going to happen. Most people don't remember the Chicago Convention, where their own supporters tried to destroy everything.
And prosecutor, school shooter chose random victims.
Yeah, I mean, supposedly, my father when he was a reserve officer, the guy used to just pick off people at random from from buildings, and he said, well, we don't have a motive, and he said, what if his motive is he's just shooting people for the fun of it? Well, they don't do that. Well, they do that, folks.
Some people do that.
Yeah.
Why not? recreational marijuana measure to be put to voters.
They think it's going to pass in California. Even, okay, the Democrats out of the left-wing areas will not go along with it because the majority of the people, okay, here's how it works. I know that Geraldo Rivera and his friends all think, well, what's the harm of it? Well, the harm of it is if the guy on marijuana is basically driving a train. The guy is flying an airplane. Well, they should be punished. Well, after you've killed somebody, isn't it too late? They say, well, people drink and drive, and they shouldn't because it's against the law. Mm-hmm. There is no law on the books about using marijuana and driving.
Ah.
Yep.
And FedEx truck hits New York Amish buggy and adults and kids hurt.
I know, because they said the Amish are refusing to put...
well, one's a truck and one's a buggy.
I know, but the Amish are refusing
to
put lights on their things.
Oh,
They have been
did
told,
that happen at night?
Yeah, it comes at twilight. They need, or at night. They refuse to put backlights on the back of their things, and people come on them. When you come on a buggy going over a hill and you don't see it, it's just too late to stop.
Oh, well, you know.
But the Amish will not change. That's the whole trick. You can kill a zillion of them. They will not change.
An Ohio shooting suspect's family devastated.
Well, they generally are when you go around shooting people. I mean, you know, like they figure it was a World War II grandparents' gun, rifle or something that hadn't been used in a zillion years and was just as likely to blow up in the kid's face as anything.
And Obama gains with women and jobs and social issues help.
No, he's not creating it. Okay, his gains with the women is to the left. He's not gaining to the middle and he's not gaining to the right. The social issues is to the left, not the middle and the right. And there is no jobs. Okay, he took over. The jobs were the unemployment was 5.4%. It's 8.3 now. And they said it's actually 11.2 because, well, you know, this is the lowest unemployment, the lowest amount of people unemployed since the Great Depression. No, it's not. It's the greatest since the Great Depression. He just doesn't count people that basically can't find work.
And breathless bride races against cystic fibrosis to get to the altar.
I know. It's first of all, I never could take, you know, marrying, you know, doing something with someone's dying just so that you could make basically you make a whole bunch of people unhappy so you can make someone happy. That's not how it should work. I mean, she's gonna die. It's the way it works, and you got to spend what time that she has left trying to clear her lungs out continually. That does not make for a great marriage, folks.
And lesbian woman denied communion at mother's funeral.
Well, the church has a right. Whether Obama's going to court again naturally because they said that. Most of the people, even the people on the left, agree that this is the most anti-religious president in the history of this nation because he's a Muslim, folks.
Uh-huh. And Obama, Karen apology, calmed things down.
Okay, I got to cover up. Rex, you know, worships the ground that Obama rocks on, so I cover his ears. He really doesn't understand that he made things worse. He knuckled under to the Muslims because he can deal with the Muslims. They started killing people after he made the apology. They didn't kill him before. After he apologized, they started killing people. Doesn't that make sense to everyone? Well, I calmed things down. I don't think that he actually is ever told what's going on. He's like the emperor in his new clothes. If no one tells him, he doesn't know. And he doesn't watch television, doesn't read.
An Ohio shooting suspect described as fine person.
Well, most people are. But put it this way: good people do bad things. Bad people do good things. There's no explaining it.
And leader of Texas 7 prison break gang put to death.
Well, yeah, because don't worry. Even though he was responsible for the death of a lot of people, the Obama administration tried to get him off the hook because he was a victim of society.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
And grandfather convicted of child abuse over Grand Canyon hike.
Oh God, this is asinine. I mean, he took his grandkids on a march in the Grand Canyon. Okay, I guess my mother and father should have been convicted of
child abuse for taking them on a hike?
Well, my brothers and sisters and I rode those god darn mules down the Grand Canyon Trail.
I always wanted to do that.
You want to know what scary is? There's a mule leaning to the side going around.
Oh my gosh!
I I guess my mother and father would have been, under the modern days, would have been thrown in a jail cell for that, because I'm holding on to one of my sisters, my brother's holding on to the other one, and my sister, Mommy, Mommy. And then we go, and then you know what happens, you get to the bottom, ooh, let's do it again.
And a Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
You know, as we often find out in life, when things need to be done, they need to be done. You can't put them off till tomorrow.